Cool, very cool. We are live. Super exciting. Okay, let's see if anybody joins our chat now that we're live. This is exciting. First time going live on YouTube, so yay, right? It's been, I want to say like a year and a half since we started the channel, and I definitely didn't expect it to grow to what it is today so quickly. And so thank you for that, whoever's currently subscribed to the channel. And, you know, if you're watching this and you enjoy it, then feel free to do the same, right? I have to say that it's exciting simply because you don't know what to expect. And that's kind of what makes it kind of cool, because it's kind of like one of those things where, you know, you're in line to go on a ride on like a theme park, right? And a part of you is excited and the other part of you is kind of scared because you're not really sure how the whole thing's going to turn out for you. So that's kind of, you know, maybe the best way I can explain it. Personally, I started on YouTube for various reasons. I guess there's not anybody yet in the chat with us. So maybe somebody will join us soon. We'll see how that goes. I personally started the channel because I thought it would help my business, to be quite honest with you. And I know that there are a couple of reasons why you would actually create a YouTube channel. For me, I knew there's two paths. And the first path was basically, you know, either you're trying to just put content out there, become an influencer, you know, like a YouTube influencer in your space, whatever it may be, which kind of takes a while to figure out, to be honest, because at first it's a bit confusing. You know, you're like, they tell you to niche down and you're like, you know, well, what should I be talking about? And, you know, you might be good at one thing and think that no one's really interested in that. So you get creative and then you kind of watch other people, which is a good thing and a bad thing, because watching other people, you know, gives you some great pointers if there's some things that you're, you know, kind of good at yourself, and you know that, you know, by presenting them, other people would be interested. But at the same time, if you watch too much content from other people, it kind of kills your creativity, and then nothing sounds original. So, you know, for me, in the beginning was watching other people just so I can get a better sense for my channel. What I slowly started to notice is that I felt like it was taken away from my creativity, because every time I had an idea and I wanted to post it, and no matter what it was, you know, because, you know, all my content typically is business related, finance related, simply because, as you can see behind me, I have a mortgage business. And obviously that was great the past couple of years. And then this year and I forgot, like, I think what the past like year and a half, you know, rates have been shaky. And so the whole market's kind of turned along with the real estate market and everything else. So conversations went from really hot to really cold. It doesn't mean people are not, you know, thinking about buying or, you know, getting loans or doing whatever else that they do in their life. They do actually think that owning assets in general is the only way to become wealthier. And I think owning real estate is probably the best way to do it, just because realistically, there's nothing out there over the long haul that's likely going to appreciate as much and going to give you the earning potential, meaning that not only does it go up in value, but over time, when it does, you have the ability to charge more for rent, right? So the more of it that you have, the more likely it is that you're able to, one, build your net worth, and two, collect more for rents. But anyways, with the whole tobacco all over the market, it kind of, you know, put a damper on it. And then, you know, me building this YouTube channel, I started thinking to myself, am I, you know, on the right path? Because like I said, there were initially two paths. The first path was you go out there and you try to get subscribers and, you know, you see what happens. And if people enjoy what you're talking about and they think it's somewhat interesting, then great, you might have a platform to speak on. Well, that was the first idea, right? And then the second one was simply talk to, your clients and your audience, really nobody else. And then this way, when people have questions in your business, you could just direct them to videos that you've done and try to grow your business. So I think those are still the two main keys or paths on YouTube. Is if you want to grow your business, it's great because it gives you a platform and you can talk all about whatever it is that you do. And whether there's somebody there listening or not, there may not be somebody today, but there may be somebody there tomorrow. So it's almost like creating a library of content that is kind of like building a house, brick by brick. Eventually, in the beginning, it's just setting the foundation, and then eventually it starts going up. There's people that, I found to be, very intriguing on YouTube in my space. People like Ali Abdaal and Alex Hormozi and Russell Brunson, and just different people that spoke my language, things that I thought I could relate to. And so when I started, I was actually watching their videos and I kind of followed their path, their journey. And what I realized, it was all pretty similar. Like in the beginning, it was pretty silent. Like there's nobody there, right? You're just kind of building up your craft. And it's basically you talking about what you know how to do at that particular time, which is fine. It's just a skill set that you're constantly growing. And then over time, you acquire more skills and your arsenal grows, right? Your skill set, your ability to communicate becomes better as well. And then you grow a following, an audience. And then as that happens, typically they like to go back to your content and see what's available, what else you spoke about. I have to say that, given that this is the first time I've ever gone live on YouTube, it's exciting. And, I don't really know how this plays out in the sense that you do this video and I assume that it just turns into a regular video that people can go back to. And the reason I say that is because maybe other people can relate to this. Here I am, I'm going live for the first time. And I think I'm 7 minutes into this video and I don't see anybody else, or at least I don't think there's anybody else in this room. So I would assume that eventually this video is just going to turn into something that I could post onto my channel and then people could just watch it. So I'm just going to, I guess, treat this as any other video that I usually do, which is, convey my message. And in this particular video, I just want to say that, I've been on the platform now for about 1.5 years. It's been exciting. It's been great. I've grown an audience. I was able to put a lot of content out there. It also creates somewhat of a time capsule because you could always go back and see different things that happened during different times and, how you address them. You could also assess your skill set and your knowledge during that period of time. And you could see how you grew from that time to now. I think all that is amazing. And, the ability to one day do have a live event and then potentially have a crowd of people attend to it and be able to convey a message, I think that's amazing. So whether you choose the path of subscribers, which is, you just creating content on an ongoing basis, and I don't think it should be something that is based around like trying to see how popular you could be or, how well known. I think none of that really has anything to do with it. I think a lot of it just has to do with what you can offer and, what you think you can put out there that could benefit somebody else. Because ultimately, I think that would be the real reason to create, most of this content. Because YouTube in itself is a search engine and ultimately somebody would be searching for this. And hopefully, it helps them along the way. The other thing would be that, that was the first path I was talking about. And then if not, then just whatever your business is, I would highly encourage you to just make content for that particular industry. Because at the end of the day, if someone's looking for answers for something that you already know the answer to, it's just a matter of extracting that knowledge from you so, they could take advantage of it. And whether they do it through social media and searching for that, information on YouTube or searching for it in a book and reading all about it, I think it's basically the same thing. So whatever works. But regardless, it's been fun. And I appreciate you watching this. If you watch this after this recording, because obviously you're not watching it now. But I will continue my YouTube journey. It's been fun. It's been exciting. First time going live. Yay. And we'll catch you guys on the next video. Take care.